Welcome to another edition of Bedtime Bible Stories. Tonight we start a great adventure, the adventure of Joseph. And Joseph started off as a beloved son, but then he became a slave. But then he became almost a king. Let's find out what happened over the course of the next few gatherings. From Romans chapter 8, verse 28, we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him. He appointed them to be saved in keeping with his purpose. Abraham, his son Isaac, and Isaac's son Jacob all listened to God and followed him. They were not perfect people, but they were God's chosen ones. Over the years they had many hardships and challenges, but God stood by them, even in their toughest times. God had a great plan for his nation. His presence and his power were with his people every step of the way. When Abraham's grandson Jacob grew up, he had many sons. But Jacob loved one son more than all the others, his son Joseph. To show his love for Joseph, Jacob made him a special gift, a beautiful coat of many colors. There. This made Joseph's brothers very jealous. They didn't like their father playing favorites. "Listen to the dream I had," Joseph told his brothers one morning. "We were binding sheaves of grain." That means they were making big bundles of wheat. "When suddenly my sheaf stood up straight. Then your sheaves gathered around mine and bowed down to it." Joseph's brothers were annoyed at the story. "Are you saying that we will bow down to you someday?" The brothers grew even angrier. Then one day, Jacob sent Joseph out to visit his brothers who were in the fields tending the sheep. When they noticed Joseph coming, they saw a chance to get rid of their younger brother they hated so much. The brothers grabbed Joseph, ripped off his beautiful coat, and threw him into a dry well. Soon a caravan of camels and merchants came by on its way to Egypt. "I've got an idea," said one of the brothers. "Let's sell Joseph to those men." The brothers took Joseph out of the well and sold him to the merchants for 20 pieces of silver. Then they grabbed his coat, dipped it in animal blood, and took it to their father. "Father," they cried, "look what we found." Jacob knew the robe belonged to Joseph. Jacob was heartbroken, believing the boy he loved so much was dead. For many days, Jacob mourned and wept for his son. God's message. When you feel your heart is broken, I will dry your tears. When you feel afraid, I will whisper words of courage in your ear. No matter where you go, I am with you. Nothing can separate you from my love. I am your God, and you are my child. Thank you for joining me for this edition of Bedtime Bible Stories. I pray that 2021 is a great year for you. I pray that you are doing well, and please know that you are always, always in my prayers. May God watch over you and protect you. And don't forget to say your prayers this evening. They're very important because your Father in heaven loves to hear from you. Have a good night. Sweet dreams.